Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you another Gutenberg block development tutorial. Okay, in previous Gutenberg block development tutorials, I have shown you how you can create these blocks. Okay, which are present over here. So I have already shown you how you can create a basic block, then how you can create a rich text block, and after that here is a media upload block where you can upload an image. Okay, and after that I have shown you how you can create a card block where you can include multiple elements in one block. Like over here, as you can see that here it is an image, and here is a title, and then there is card body. So these are the tutorials which I have already shown you, and if you haven't watched those videos, then I highly recommend you that you watch those videos first, and then if you watch this video, then it will be much more easier and understandable for you. Other than that, if you are somewhat familiar with the Gutenberg block development, then you can continue with this tutorial. Okay. And also one thing I want to mention that in previous tutorials I have used Hindi language over there for the explanation. Okay. But right now I have decided that I will continue the explanation in English. So in upcoming videos also you will get English tutorials from me. Okay. So that's the thing I wanted to tell you. And if you have any kind of difficulty understanding those previous tutorials which are in Hindi language, then you can let me know, and if possible and if required, then I will make those videos also in English as well. Okay, so today in this tutorial I'm going to create a block which will render server data. Okay, let me explain you a little bit. In previous tutorials I have shown you how you can add content over here. Okay, in these blocks you can add the contents over here, and these contents will be visible in the front end part, and you can customize the styling for this editor and for the front end part as well, right? But in this tutorial, in this particular block, I'm going to show you how you can fetch data from the website. Like you can fetch the post, the latest blog post. You can fetch those latest articles from your site, and then you can display it in front end. Okay, so for this we will use the server rendering process. Okay, so this tutorial will be a little bit on advanced part, and before starting, if you like this kind of tutorials from me, if my tutorial helped you a little bit to understand this kind of complex development, then subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, then hit the like button also. So let's get started. Okay, so here is my editor. So this is the plugin by which we are adding those custom blocks in our website. Okay, so over here I will create another block. Okay, so over here you can see the basic block, card block, media upload block, and rich text block. These are the four blocks which I have already shown you. So right now I'm going to create another block. So now create index.js and also the other files as well, style.css and editor.css. Okay, so in this index.js I'm going to copy a basic code which will register a Gutenberg block. So for that purpose I can go over there in basic block, and from this index.js I'm copying it and pasting it over here. So as you know what is the purpose of this register block type and all these basic codes are, so I'm not going to explain this again. Okay, so let me quickly just edit few things over here. So this is our register block type code, okay, which will register a block. Right now I'm not rendering anything over here. Okay, so let me check it first if it is added properly on our site or not. Okay, so for this, first I need to include it over here, and over here it will be block latest post block, and I don't need to include the index.js as it will be automatically added over here. So let me check on my site. So I have refreshed it. So go to common blocks, and then here it is, the latest post block. So it has been registered properly. So now we need to do the main part. So to work with server data, we need to grab a component from wp.data. So with this with select, we can fetch data from our website to our editor. Okay, so for this we need to use this with select in this edit function. Okay, so let me first delete all this code from there, and now with select, here I'm going to return some post which will be fetch in this editor part. Okay, so this with select will be selecting those data. Okay, so I'm going to grab some posts, and it will be selected from core, then get entity record. Here we can declare which kind of data we are fetching from our website. Okay, so here the post type, and here we can define our post type. So currently here I will be fetching the post type. You can use this for custom post type also over here. Okay, so you need to mention over here the custom post type name. Okay, and then we can add objects to narrow our query. Okay, so over here it will be for page 3. It means this return statement will fetch latest post from our website, and then here now we need to render those posts in our editor. So for this I'm going to create another arrow function over here. So in first parenthesis we have defined which kind of data we want to select, and next pair of parentheses I'm going to define how the data will be rendered on this editor area. Okay, here it will be an arrow function, and over here some parameters will be there. So first parameter will be the post, which is this post, and then there are few generic arguments. Now first I'm going to check if post hasn't been loaded yet, then I'm going to return loading. Okay, so while it is fetching those data from the core, that time it will display this loading message over here, and after that I will check for if post dot length equal to 0, then it means that there is no post present in this website. Then it will return no post message. Okay, and after it we will finally render our post, which is already fetched from our website. Now here we will return. Here I am going to use the map function, so it will look through each item which is present in this post array. Okay, so every item will be post, and for every post we will return a list item, and within each list item I am going to display the post title as of now. Okay, so this will be our each post title. Okay, so first let me save it and check it if it is working properly or not. Then let me explain you why I am using this rendered over here. So I'm going to refresh it, and then over here latest posts. Okay, so here I have done one thing wrong. So here previously I didn't have any curly braces over here. So we need to wrap these things within these curly braces. Okay, and also we can remove these attributes also, as they are not being used over here. Okay, so these arguments must be wrapped with these curly braces, otherwise this will not render properly. Okay, so now I have saved it. Now again refresh this page. Now over here we can see two items is being rendered: test article and hello world. If I go to my posts over here, currently we can see that test article and hello world, these two posts are present on our website. Okay, so those article titles has been displayed over here. Okay, so now the question is why I have used this post.title.rendered over here. Okay, so let me show you over here. So this is the link by which we can get the API response for our post of this site. Okay, so over here we can see that our post data has been displayed as JSON object. Okay, so from this JSON object we can see that here is our title, and within this title object there is a rendered property, and within this rendered property there we can see the article title, actual article title, right? Also, if I come to this bottom over here, also see the title rendered, then the hello world. Okay, so we can see that on WP REST API our data has been generated like this, and within this with select post data, it is selecting data from the WP REST API. So whatever we are rendering over here, we need to mention those data over here as they have been present in this WP REST API model. Okay, so if we want to fetch the content of the post, then we can fetch it from post dot content, then dot rendered. Okay, in this way we can get into the exact data which is required. Okay, so now I'm going to update it little bit more. I'm going to wrap those titles with the link of their respective post. Okay, so over here it will be an anchor tag, and over here I need to get post.link. Okay, as within this link we have the URL of the post. So now if I again reload this page, then over here we can see the test article and hello world, and they have been wrapped with the anchor tag, and the link for the anchor tag is respective URL of that post. Okay, so now this has been rendered properly on our editor part. Okay, but currently it will not reflect this data in front end. So for front end purpose we need to do more coding. Okay, so currently over here in this save function we are returning null. We are returning nothing from here. Okay, as our data in the front end will be rendered by PHP codes. Okay, so currently I'm creating over here the index.php. Okay, so index.php file will be responsible for the rendering of the data in front end. So here first I'm going to add an action over here. Okay, which is plugins loaded. So this action will be triggered when the plugin has been loaded. Okay, and within this register post block I'm going to use register block type function, and within this register block type function first we need to specify our block, which is this name. Okay, so this is our block name. Then I'm going to specify the render callback. So here we need to specify another callback function, render latest post block. So this is our function which will render the content in front end. Okay, so first I'm going to grab latest post. Okay, here also we need to check if latest post is empty, then we are going to return no post. Okay, and then if it is not empty, now we need to render the post. I'm going to get first post ID, now the post output, wrap it in anchor tag, and also do one thing, I'm going to wrap it in heading 2. Okay, and after the for each loop, here I'm going to close the div, which is this latest post block div class. Okay, so this has been closed over here. Return the post output. Okay, so this is how our front end rendering PHP code has been done, and Now we need to include this index.php function as well. So for this I'm going to this init.php file, and in here I'm going to include, so plug in dir path, then it will grab the path of this file. Okay, now within init we need to go to this block, then within the block we have, and then within this we have index.php. Okay, so now let me check it once if it is working properly or not. Reload it. So let us post. It has been fetched properly as we have seen before. Now go to the front end. Now in front end part also we can see that test article and hello world has been rendered properly. Okay, so this is how you can render the server data within your custom Gutenberg block. Okay, so within this Gutenberg block area we are fetching the data from this API part. Okay, so like if you want to render the, if you want to render the post thumbnail, like the featured image you want to render over here, then you need to add those URL on this API return output. Okay, for this I'm not going to explain it more. I'm going to simply copy paste the code and later I will discuss it. Okay, so within this index.php I have pasted this code which will add another REST API field within our post data. Okay, so over here we are adding this field for post only. Okay, f image URL, so it is stand for featured image URL. Okay, and here is the get callback, get rest featured image. Get rest featured image function will be fetching the data and it will return the URL. Okay, so this is the code. You can copy the code if you want. So now I have saved it, and now if I reload this page, this REST API endpoint page for the post, then we will see this f image URL field will be added over here. As of now currently we cannot see any kind of URL for featured image which is added on our article, right? You can go and check over here. Over here we cannot see any kind of featured image URL for the post. So now I am reloading it, and now if I go down over here, see this f image URL has been added, and over here we can see a image URL over here. Okay, so if we want to add images over here also, then we can easily add over here right now. Okay, so img src, so it will be post dot this fimg URL. Okay, so saved it. Now reload this page. Now see, our latest post block is rendering the post images and post title properly. Okay, now I'm removing it now again. add it. See, this is the block, okay, which we have added. So now if we go to the front end, we are not seeing any changes over here, as we have just done the part of the editor part. Okay, for the front end part we need to use this index php part. Okay, and over here we have rendered this get permalink and get the title over here. So for the featured image also we need to query it and add it over here. Okay, so it will be post thumbnail, get the post thumbnail url, post id, and the image size will be full. So here I'm going to render it the post thumbnail over here. Okay, so I have saved it. Now if I reload it, now we can see the post images has come over here on this page. Okay, so that's how you can build the block, Gutenberg block, which will render the server data. And for the styling purpose you can customize it as per your requirement. As you know that we have created this edited css and style css files. So style css will be for the front end part and the editor css will be for the editor part. So you can use the div classes and apply the css as per your requirement. So this is the tutorial. I hope you guys learned something new from this tutorial, and if this tutorial helps you, then give this tutorial a like. Let me know by commenting down below. It will motivate me. And also subscribe to this channel for more this kind of tutorial. So I will see you in my next tutorial. So have a great day. Goodbye. Thank you.